Hey everybody, Mr. On Demand, man with Master Plan. And a Chinese company has put out a card that can combat the PCI lane problems that a lot of us may have with certain hardware when we're trying to create a server. Now, some of you might be asking, well, what's a PCI lane? I don't know what that means. Well, what that means is specifically the amount of cards and hardware that you can add to a motherboard that the processor can handle. And that equals out to the amount of hard drives that a server can handle, the amount of everything, like, a video cards. If you want to put a bunch of video cards in a system for using to mine cryptocurrencies, or if you want to use those video cards as a cloud gaming system, that will determine how many users are actually able to use those video cards in conjunction in a system. This is one of the reasons why the X99 platform is still a pretty good platform for a lot of people who are wanting to build a budget server that still has a lot of power. Let's go ahead and take a look at a little bit of information here, because the PCI lanes right here, as we look at the information, is the Peripheral Component Interconnect Express lane. It's the physical data pathway that connects your computer's processor, like a AMD Ryzen or a Intel Xeon or Intel i7 processor, to the internal hardware. Internal hardware meaning video cards and hard drive controllers. So if we go ahead and look at how many PCI lanes a 9800X3D has, considered one of the best gaming processors that you can get on the market right now, it only has 28 total PCI lanes. 24 are usable. But if you look at the older X99 platform, it has up to 40 PCI lanes. And if you set up a dual processor server motherboard, you can end up with 80. So this is an important thing, because this directly determines how many, like I said, video cards slash, whatever you might want to put in there, hard drive controllers, etc., for this particular unit. If you're building a NAS, or you're building a system with VMs, virtual machines, so that you can do a cloud gaming setup with multiple machines on one machine. This is a very important thing to understand, the PCI lane situation. What's really important is, though, a company has been able to circumvent the whole PCI lane situation. Now, let's talk about what they did. It's really important, because this particular thing that they did is a pretty remarkable thing, right? So let's take a look right here. I put the article in my Telegram group also. So under video cards website, the AMD B650 chipset, this card here, is coming with several, I think 4 NVMe slots, 4 to 6 SATAs. You're ending up with a couple of 10 gig USB, as well as 20 gig USB ports on this whole card right here. Now, these cards generally require their own power. That's why you see a power plug on this card. And the really cool thing is there's the NVMe slots there. There's 2 on the front, 2 on the back. You got 4, it looks like 4 SATAs, looks like, maybe. But at any rate, the really important thing is the technology. The technology that's being used in this situation is pretty crazy, because the technology is using the AMD chipset and creating more PCI lanes where they weren't available before, so that the machine doesn't need PCI lanes to have more PCI lanes. They created another chipset that handles all of that workflow. And this is going to allow in the future for much more scalable servers to be able to be made out of machines that maybe weren't meant to be servers before, allowing for older hardware possibly to be used for people to create their own home servers or their own home labs. It's going to be pretty remarkable for end users out there, to be able to do some of these things and be able to hook this much stuff up on a machine at once. So if you're interested in this type of stuff, then definitely subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to do more in-depth information. And I may actually try to get my hands on one of these cards and order one for myself and do a complete review video on it. The thing that concerns me the most is the AMD chipset. While it's a good chipset, it's not necessarily as compatible with server operating systems from Microsoft as other Intel chipsets out there. It is, however, still doable. You may have to manually install drivers for it. I'm hoping that the company actually produces their own drivers that you can install in Server 2025 or older versions of Server down to 2019, so that you're so that you're able to actually make this thing work really well. One of the cool things was, I mean, it's saying that this has a 20 gig USB-C port and a USB-C 10 gig port, two USB-A 10 gig ports. If that's the case, and the this isn't shared, that's a lot of data that it can push. That's 40 gigs of data through USB ports. So that's a lot of ability, considering what you're getting there. So along with all the other stuff like the NVMe slots and the SATA ports for drives. So you can definitely put a lot of hardware on this. Now, I'm simplifying all of this a little bit to make it easy to understand here in this video, and I hope I did a good job for you. If you enjoy this kind of content, let me know down below. And if you got any thoughts about this new technology that they're making, let me know down below what you think about this, and I would love to hear from you. Leave a thumbs up if you like this information, and I'll be back again with another great video. Hopefully I can get one of these cards and do a full review on it for you. I'll see you next time.